Build Your Business listeners. This is Matt Reynolds, your host for the podcast, and you are listening to what we are calling the legacy episodes. And really, these are the pre-episodes that really led to this podcast, the Build Your Business podcast. This is really my life's work and my brother's life's work in building your business. And so they were originally published in the Barbell Logic podcast as part of the Principles or Coaching Success series, but really touch on similar topics to the Build Your Business podcast: how to improve your productivity, how to set and accomplish your goals, deprioritize urgent tasks, to focus on what is most important to you, and most importantly, to become a better person and leader and business owner overall. I'm proud to bring you these podcasts. Again, many years of life's work, several years of podcasts, and several decades of business ownership. Hope you enjoy them and learn from them. You're listening to Barbell Logic,
the podcast where we talk about what it means to experience strength
and how you can use simple, hard, and effective strategies in training and nutrition to improve your life.
It starts with meeting you where you are right now and finding lasting solutions.
Welcome to the show. You're listening to the Barbell Logic podcast, Coaching Success series. I'm your host, Matt Reynolds, and this episode is brought to you by the Barbell Academy, which offers a complete pathway to become a professional strength coach. And it's all 100% online, and we got a really exciting announcement. So today, we are launching a brand new entry-level course called Coaching 101. So we've designed this course with the passionate lifter in mind. If you're thinking about taking your first steps into coaching, so we had people that took Principles, what was our basic coaching Barbell Academy course, and they were like, "Whoa, it's like drinking from a fire hose." So we decided to make a tighter, a cleaner, a more simple, great way to get started, Coaching 101, cheaper, in fact, as well. That Coaching 101 course will quickly provide you with the knowledge and the confidence you need to start coaching others right now, today. Like right away, you can start coaching. To get access to Coaching 101 as it's becoming available today, again, along with the 10% discount off the course price, visit barbelllogic.com/101, barbelllogic.com/101, and start your journey to becoming a professional strength coach. Hey, today I'm in Las Vegas. I hate Las Vegas, by the way. It's such a weird place. In the middle of the desert, the mafia just like built a city out here. It's literally 106 right now. So I'm out here as far away from the strip as I can possibly be. I'm working at the Air Force Base at Nellis Air Force Base. Shout out to the guys, the EOD crew at Nellis. And I'm at the Marriott north of Vegas, trying to stay completely off the strip. DoorDash food, not go anywhere near that place. Gosh, this has been 7 weeks in a row of traveling, and I'm ready to be home, see the family. But today, I want to talk a little bit about programming, about online coaching, which most of the world considers online programming. They sell programs, right? Like the 99% of online coaching is actually just selling you a program. It's selling you templates. They're selling Excel spreadsheets. Maybe they make them look really nice. Maybe they don't even do it in Excel or Sheets or whatever, but they're really just selling you a program. Maybe it's even personalized programming. Some coaches actually do that. They actually like walk through what your needs are, what equipment you have, what your injuries are, what your goals, and they program for you. But that's still not coaching. Coaching requires, at the very least, technique breakdown. So I want to plead with you today. If you're an online coach, you need to be breaking down technique. You need to be doing technique coaching, form coaching, giving them feedback, giving your clients feedback on their form. That was one of the things that when I first started online coaching, even before I launched this company in 2016, even from earlier, like, 2010, 2011, when cell phones started to get to the point where they could actually take decent video, one of the things I wanted to do to separate myself from everyone else is to actually break down form. And by doing that, you actually get to bring the value of having an expert technique coach, a strength coach, to anyone on the planet who's able to afford the price that you charge for online coaching. So if you're in rural America, we've had a ton of soldiers, mostly from the United States, but Canada, UK, etc., that are in these like really weird places, middle of Africa, or they're in the Middle East, wherever. They can still get great coaching from an expert strength coach because we don't just sell them templates. How many clients have you coached? Those of you who are coaches, have you seen that did everything perfect from the very beginning? Nobody does it perfect. My lifts aren't perfect. I've been lifting for 25 years, maybe more, right? 26 years, 27 years, somewhere in there. And I still have to focus on form. And so the technique is really where it's at. And two parts to this. One, why is that important? Well, there's really two primary reasons that I would say. So you've heard me say before in the Barbell Logic podcast, Scott and I said this for years. The most important thing with your clients is consistency and form, consistency and technique. So if you train and you never miss, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever, and your technique is correct, let's say within 95% of correct, squat, deadlift, bench press, all the major lifts, plus the body weight type stuff that we do, that is so much more important than the program itself. You can do bigger, faster, stronger, which is not a great program. But if you're consistent and then technique is good, you will get benefit out of that. You can do linear progression. You could do 5-3-1. You could do, any of these like block sort of coaching or programming, DUP, daily undulating periodization. Like there are a million programs out there that are just fine. But without consistency, if you miss, that's a problem. And without technique and form coaching, that's also a problem. So here's the thing. TurnKey Coach, Barbell Logic, our business has been really based around providing excellent technique coaching from expert coaches. And one of the other things I love about it is that it also fulfills the consistency issue because you have the accountability to video yourself. Let's say you do 3 sets of 5 on squat. The first 2 sets, maybe you sandbag them a little bit. But when you hit record on your phone and you have to upload the video to your coach, it brings in a level of accountability that it takes the standard up, right? The other thing that also does from an online coaching perspective is you can do it from anywhere in the world. So not just where you live in rural America or wherever, but you can do it on vacation, right? I've got a lot of executive clients that I train and they train at home 2-3 days a week from their home gym and they do the heavy barbell lifts and then they go to the hotel gyms and they only have dumbbells up to 40s or 50s, but we can still do something there. So we can create that consistency. So online coaching, if it's done well, creates consistency and has the technique feedback. And again, TurnKey Coach provides both of those things. So TurnKey Coach has a built-in screen recorder. It's a one touch, one button, starts recording your screen, puts you picture in picture as a coach. If you want that, you don't have to use it. You've got drawing tools so you can draw directly on the videos and give technique feedback to your clients. Of course, we want to provide personalized programming to them, but that technique is really what it's all about. So we provide that technique feedback, and that gives us the accountability and the consistency that we need. So what we see is over the life of the company, over the last 8 years, our clients have a consistency rating of about 88%. So that's not 88% of doing the workout. That's 88% of all the sets, of all the reps, of all the exercises, of all the workouts. That's amazing, 88%. I didn't have anybody that was close to that when I was personal training at Strong Gym. Not even close, right? Because they would go on vacation and they would miss. I would go on vacation or a business trip or whatever, and they would miss. They didn't have anybody coaching them. So the thing that makes online coaching is the technique and the consistency, the accountability. Programming only gives you neither. They print off a program, even if it's personalized, and you don't think about things like life stress, getting sick, going on vacation, etc. So if you've ever tried to follow like an actual template, like a 12-week template, something is going to throw a monkey wrench into that template. And when it does, you don't know what to do. You're like, okay, do I just extend this from 12 weeks to 13 weeks? I missed a week of training because I was sick or traveling or whatever. Just pick up in week 7 where I left off. That's not coaching. You're paying for programming, right? 2, and maybe more important, if you're selling programs, listen carefully. AI is going to put you out of business. AI already can do this. If you know what you're doing for AI, you can get on ChatGPT-4 or Google Bard, and it can provide for you minimum effective dose programming that Scott and I have been talking about for years, as well as we can, if you know what you're doing. Now, most of you don't yet, but in a year, anybody will be able to do that, right? If you have somebody with an IQ of 85, they're going to be able to get great programming. So if you have built your business on templates, on programs, you're dead in the next year. The only thing that builds the moat, that builds the safety net for you as a coach, is building the relationships, building the trust with the client. If you haven't spent the last several years or the last 8 years like we have in building relationships with your clients, that's the thing that AI is never going to be able to do. And oh, by the way, I'm not an idiot. I know that AI is eventually going to be able to coach technique as well as I can, if not better, right? So right now I've got my iPhone. It's got 3 cameras on it. When it goes to 4 and it can really get depth of field, it's going to be able to coach a squat as well as I can. It's going to say, okay, your squat was 94% correct. And here's what you have to do to make it better, right? Here's what you have to do to get to 100% correct or 98% or improve. That day is coming. So programming will be the first thing to go. Technique coaching, which is still really important right now, and we're still a few years out, will also go, but the relationship will never go. So if you do online coaching, you've got to spend time building the relationship, building the trust. We've talked about the value equation. You've got to spend time to do that. That is the investment into the client, is building the relationship and building the trust. The technique breakdown, which is still incredibly valuable. And oh, by the way, yeah, of course, we still do personalized programming. Our clients still love that stuff. But the day is coming when that's going to be replaced. We don't want to be the steel industry of the 70s that said, oh, this is going to come back and it never comes back and it dies. Like, listen, this is going to go away. If you sell programs, you're dead in the next year and you will not be able to come back because life has changed. And then technique, you've got to be able to coach technique. You've got to establish yourself as an expert in the field. Then you've got to be a people person. You've got to be able to connect with your clients so that you can build that relationship, so that you can build that trust. That's the thing that AI will never, ever be able to replace, right? Is the relationship. And so we're going to focus right now on technique. Obviously, we're going to continue to provide great programming for our clients. We're going to focus on technique until AI can replace that. And even when AI replaces that, we'll leverage that and we'll use that at Barbell Logic, and then we'll still build the relationship and the trust with the clients. So listen, if you're a poor Gen Z person, you're going to be able to pay very little money for programming and technique in another 3 years. But for those of you that actually want a relationship with a coach and accountability and consistency, somebody to hold you accountable, AI can't do that. It'll never be able to do that. So that is my plea to you as online coaches today, to start investing in that now. I hope you have already invested in that. But if you haven't, you need to turn the ship immediately and start investing in that relationship with your clients, build the trust, build the relationship, build the accountability, build the consistency, give them fantastic technique, form coaching feedback, and yes, personalized programming as well, which is still valuable. So that is the focus. If you're selling programs, if you're selling templates, you're not actually online coaching. You're only online coaching if you're actually, coaching. That's the key, right? That's it for today. That's the lesson. It's been another Barbell Logic Coaching Success episode, again, brought to you by both the Barbell Academy Coaching 101. Go check that out if you want to be a professional, learn how to be a professional coach at the Barbell Academy, and TurnKey Coach. Again, that is our software that we now, in our platform, complete turnkey platform, business in a box, we now license out to the rest of the world. Check them out. You can go to turnkey.coach to check out TurnKey Coach, or barbelllogic.com, and you can go to the Academy, check it out as well. Hey, learn how to coach technique, learn how to build relationships, talk to your clients, not just about the program, not just about their form. Talk to them about their life, talk to them about their family, talk to them about their business, talk to them about the stress that they're under. Like, build that relationship. That's how you end up with incredibly low churn, incredibly high retention. That's the next step for you. We'll go from there. We'll talk about online coaching versus in-person coaching, I think, next week. and we'll continue to make progress on this coaching success journey. That's another week of the Coaching Success Barbell Logic episodes, and we'll see you next week.